Hey guys, it's Rick. I'm back for another video. Today we are going to make a fun shape card. We're going to make this beautiful believe in magic card. And I'm going to show you how to do the little bow. We're going to be using the Believe in Magic mini album dies. I got two sides. And we're also going to be using the layered bow with the mouse ears. We're not going to use the mouse ears, but I am going to show you how to do the layered bow. So we are going to need our top piece here. All right, now this does cut a album. We're not going to use it as an album. As I said, we're going to make a shaped card, and I'm going to show you how to do that. This piece, you're going to need two of those, and I cut those from just some purple cardstock. And then the outline shapes I cut from pink cardstock, and the stitched lines I cut from black cardstock. And then I cut my believe in yellow, and then the shadow die I cut out of a darker pink cardstock. We need a piece of 12 by 12 cardstock. Now, if you have a heavyweight 12 by 12 cardstock, you don't have to add many additional layers. I don't. I thought I did, but somehow I do not. So I'm having to add a few extra layers. All right, so I'm going to score my 6 by 12 inch piece of cardstock. I'm going to score it at 6 inches. And then I can take that and fold it over and go ahead and give it a nice little crease. This is going to be for the base of our card. Now, at this point, you need to decide if you want to do a top folding or a side folding. Because if you're going to do a side folding, you're going to have to do it just a little bit different. Like, see, you're going to have, it's going to be a little shorter on one side than the other. But it would work out, it's going to work out okay. But if you're going to do the side folding like we've already done, we're going to take and have this entire piece. We're going to need our, need to pull my card back in. Just like that. We're going to need to go over the edge on this side. Okay. And to do that, that's why you need those extra layers. And then this part back here, if you do the side folding, you're going to have to take that a little bit shorter than the other side. Okay. We're going to try to do a top folding one this time. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and I'm going to hang this off this edge over here on this side and right up at the top. And let me grab some tape so I can hold it in place. And we're going to run that through our die cutting machine. This little top edge up here needs to be just over that cut line. Or your score line needs to be right over that edge of the die right there. That's what's going to keep your fold together. Then we can adjust this down just a little. All right, I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine. All right, I'm just going to run an eraser over any residue that was left by the tape. All right, we're going to pull in our layers here. And we're going to take a pencil. Get this lined up right. I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to just trace that real lightly where that little etched line is. Because I'm going to get rid of that right there. So I'm just going to Cut that right off. All right, I'm going to layer this on to our card base. I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid glue. Just to make sure it's nice and secure. Line that up where everything is supposed to go. And you can see how that sticks right just slightly over the top. And we can take that layer and we can sandwich that together. You might want to be careful though when you open it up that nothing catches. So to be on the safe side, we're going to trim off just a tad off those ears at the top. And it's on the back, so no one will ever be the wiser. That way, it should line up right at our lines. So we should be nice and good to go. And this is the front side. We're gonna just go ahead and attach the front because this is the back. And that way everything lines up. Make sure we got it turned right. Line everything up. Sure we're lined up on the front. Nothing's sticking where it's not supposed to. All right, so there is our card base. We have plenty of room to write a message on the inside. You could cut that off if you want to. Just for a cleaner look, I think I'll go ahead and cut this side off. That way we have our front, we have our back. All right, I've already die cut the rest of our sentiment. And I'm gonna go ahead and layer up. This is the pink I cut the outline with. We're gonna go ahead and add our little black Mickey ears, mini face. And it just it has a nice little shadow. All right, so we can go ahead and add this. And it's just going to go right in our little outline there. All right, I'm gonna take my M. We're gonna attach the rest of our sentiment on the front. We're gonna use just liquid glue. I'm gonna take and put the M in first. And just line that up like that. Then we're gonna go with our G. So we'll just add our liquid glue. Center that right there. Now the I, there is a bigger part and a smaller part. So be aware of that. This part is smaller than this part down here. So you want to be aware of when you're putting that shadow layer on. Add our little I. And then we can add our C. All right, I went ahead and I have attached the Believe In to their layers. I added just adhesive sheet behind there, and I've got little foam dots on here. So I'll peel these backings off and then we'll place these. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel all these little backings off. And this is like the hardest part of this whole thing. Add just a dab of liquid glue so we have just a little bit of wiggle room. Now you can put it up here if you wanted to. I'm gonna put it right down here. So I liked how that looked. So we'll go do the same thing with our N. And I'm gonna tuck it right in there. All right, I've got my parts and pieces for the bow. All right, these two pieces, move the card for a second. These two pieces I've cut, or four pieces, four dies actually. I cut from just some pink polka dotted pattern paper I had in my stash, and then I cut the solid layer from the same color cardstock we used over here. Now, you do want to be careful because this is the parts of your bow. What you're going to do, you're going to take and kind of give it a little bit of a bend. Don't be too heavy-handed because you will tear it. Ask me how I know. Just give it a little bit of a curl. And we're going to take and add a dot of liquid glue onto that little tab and pull this in to the center. Reverse tweezers are going to be your best friend. So we're going to secure that while we work and do the other side. Then we're going to take and pull it in towards the center. And then we are going to hold that in place with our tweezers while that glue dries. Then we're going to do the smaller one. Same way, we're just going to give it a little bit of a gentle bend on both sides. Add a little liquid glue. Pull that over towards the center. Have your second set of hands. Hold that one. Now these pieces we're just going to layer up. They're super easy to do. I may have an issue with reverse tweezers. I didn't think I ever needed them until I got them, and now I can't live without them. So I have several pairs floating around right here. So we're going to add our little piece right there. And we got our little bitty piece that's going to go in the center. Move that back down a little bit. I almost added glue to the wrong side. And that's going to go right in there. That cute. All right, these should be ready. What we're going to do is we're going to take add a little glue to our center of our bigger one. We're going to add our smaller bow layered right on top. And hold it with your second pair of hands. Then we're going to take our little piece right here. Add some glue. And we're going to wrap that around. A couple times. Wrap it around, secure it in place. Then we're going to add another little dot of glue. And we're going to pop in our other little bow right here. Have our tweezers. Everything's held in place there. Make sure we get it in the right position. Then we can fluff our little bow. Then we're going to add liquid glue to our little mini head. Add on our little triple bow. I'm going to take my reverse tweezers in there. Hold that in place while that dries. And while that's drying, I'm going to work on, we're going to do some other little stuff to add that little extra piece of magic to our project. We're going to take a shimmer pen and go over the star and our sentiment. Just give them that little extra bit of sparkle. And we're going to take a white Jelly Roll pen. And we're going to come along and give them some little highlights on our black. Come up on that ear over here. I'm going to switch over to this one. I'm going to turn my card. Make sure that's still rolling. All right, I'm going to give a couple dots there, a little dash, a couple dots. Bigger one. And I'm just following the M, the line on the M. Add a little highlight there. One over here. There. Give a couple over here. And do our G right along that top. Over here, we'll have a little highlight living right there. We'll have a little highlight living here. Put a couple dots and a little one there, right here. For our eye, we're going to come right here on this side. And then I'm going to come down at the bottom and do the same thing. And then I'm going to add a little dash here and add a little highlight and same thing right there. All right, for our C, we're going to kind of mirror our G. One right here in this little crease. There. And now our bow should be done. So, here is our top folding. Believe in magic Minnie Mouse shaped card. And there's, again, here's a look at the front side. Here's a look at the inside. Here's a look at the first one I did that goes the opposite direction. So you can do them either way. If you like this video, you're probably going to like the one coming up next. I'll see you over there. Bye, guys. Stay crafty. Love you.